Animal cruelty is an issue that has been debated for hundreds of years. Animal abuse occurs in all places of the world and can take place in many forms, from illegal hunting to dogfighting to abused pets. Some people argue that animal cruelty is not as severe as it seems, and there can actually be positive benefits when it is properly controlled. However, it is morally unjust to harm animals, and research even shows an association between animal cruelty and domestic violence. Abusing animals is a severe issue that needs to be banned with stricter animal cruelty legislation. Animal abuse is a severe problem around the world because it is extremely harmful to animal species and has a lasting impact on affected animal communities. In Vince Smith's book, A Chimp in the Family, published in 2004, he notes that bushmeat trade in Africa continues to produce masses of orphaned chimpanzees, bonobos, and gorillas, and there are an estimated 1 million tons of bushmeat consumed every year. This reveals how illegally hunting animals not only impacts animals killed, but also their families, especially their offspring. These orphaned animals are not only unable to take care of themselves, but even if they survive until adulthood, they may be unable to properly care for their own children. Wild animals are not the only victims of animal abuse. According to Animal Sake, in 2007 there were around 1,880 animals abused, over 1,000 of which were dogs. Additionally, 15 million warm-blooded animals are used for animal testing in laboratories daily all over the world. These statistics display how animal cruelty numbers are large-scale and demonstrate how it is morally wrong. Because of the negative effects animal abuse has around the world, stronger measures should be taken to prevent more animals from suffering. Studies show there is a positive correlation between animal abuse and domestic violence, suggesting people who hurt animals are also more likely to harm people around them. In Cynthia Hodges' editorial titled The Link, Cruelty to Animals and Violence Towards People, she mentions that rates of animal abuse are higher in groups of abused children than in non-abused children and in families experiencing intimate partner violence. She also suggests further studying the dynamics of animal abuse in order to facilitate prevention and intervention of domestic violence. These findings reveal the dangers of not regulating animal cruelty, not only directly on animals but also the families of offenders. In order to prevent animal and domestic abuse, stricter legislation should be passed to ban animal cruelty. Many people do not believe that animal abuse is a severe issue and oppose the passing of strict legislation to ban animal cruelty. Some critics argue that animal abuse is not a big problem. However, this is not true, as countless animals have been driven to extinction or endangerment by the acts of humans. Furthermore, animal cruelty affects not only the animals harmed, it also has a significant impact on the families and communities of those animals. Children are left without their mothers and are unable to take care of themselves and their own future children. Animal communities may become wary of human contact and become aggressive towards humans. Other people claim that certain forms of animal cruelty can actually be beneficial when properly controlled. For example, some propose auctioning hunts of endangered species to raise money for conservation efforts. However, hunting should not be used to promote conservation at the expense of animal lives when there are better options, such as simply donating to the cause or adopting animals. In addition, educating people about the importance of animal protection can raise just as much awareness to the cause. Because of the lasting effects of animal cruelty on animal species and communities, stricter legislation should be passed to ban animal abuse. In doing so, the lives of animals will be saved, and humans may be protected from domestic violence as well. Although some may argue that animal abuse is not a huge issue, and some forms can be beneficial if properly controlled, animal cruelty certainly has an enormous effect, and there are better methods that can be implemented to help the environment or raise awareness for environmental problems. Therefore, animal abuse should be regarded as a big problem that should be banned with stricter laws.